Welcome again to India Edu Tutorials. In our previous classes, we have been discussing some examples. Today also we are here with you to discuss some more examples related to simple and compound interest. First example is Sean invested one half of his savings in a bond that paid simple interest for 2 years and received rupees 550 as interest. He invested the remaining amount in a bond that paid compound interest and received rupees 605 as interest. What was the value of his total savings before investing in these two bonds? Let's say his total savings was 2p. His total savings was 2p. We have taken this 2p so that this simplifies our calculation because this amount is divided into two parts. That's why we have taken it as 2p. Now it is given in the question that simple interest for 2 years is 550. So simple interest of 2 years is equal to 550. Simple interest for 1 year will be equal to 550 divided by 2, which is 275. And we know that compound interest of first year and simple interest of first year or 1 year are equal because the changes comes from second year and the third year onwards. Now we know that compound interest of the first year is equal to the simple interest of the first year. So from this we can calculate compound interest for second year, which will be 605, that is the total compound interest, minus the compound interest of first year. Compound interest of first year is 275, which gives us 330. Now this 330 is calculated as interest of the first year and plus the interest on the interest of first year. Let's suppose if we assume this as P2, then this 330 is equal to P2 plus simple interest on this P2. Now our P2 is 275 plus simple interest on P2 would be P2 into R into T upon 100. The basic formula is 330. Now 330 minus 275 is equal to P2 is 275 into R. We need to find out time is 1 upon 100. This we get 55 into 100 upon 275 is equal to R. After solving this you will get 20%. So value of R is 20%. Now we have the value of R and we need to calculate our total savings. So putting this value in any of the equations, that is simple interest for the 1 year or simple interest on the 2 years, we can find out the total amount. Let's say we take this equation which we say 1. Simple interest for 2 years is 550. Using the formula which is PRT upon 100 is equal to 550. Principal is P, in this case R just calculated, which is 20. Time is 2 years upon 100 is equal to 550. So the value of P in this case will be equal to 550 into 100 upon 20 into 2, 20 into 5, and after calculation you will get 1375. Now this principal is half amount that he has invested and total amount would be 2p. This will be equal to 1375 into 2, which will give you 2750 rupees as answer. So total amount or total savings which he has invested is 2750. Now let's have one more example. Example says Braun invested a certain sum of money at 8% per annum simple interest for n years. At the end of n years, Braun got back 4 times of his original investment. What is the value of N? Now, in this question, we need to find out the value of N, that is the number of years. Let's suppose he invested P amount. And according to the question, at the end of N years, Braun got back 4 times of his original investment. So at the end of N years, what he will get? 4 times of the original amount. That is 4 of P will be equal to simple interest, that is P into R into T upon 100 plus P. This is the actual amount that he will get at the end of the year, and this is equal to 4 times what he invested. So 4P is equal to PRT upon 100 plus P. Solve this, you will get 4P is equal to PRT upon 100, and this P will go here, that is minus P. Now 3P is equal to PRT upon 100. Cancel P from P, you get 3 into 100 is equal to RT. That is 300 is equal to RT. Now the value of R is given as 8% per annum. So 300 is equal to 8 into T. T is N. So 300 divided by 8 is equal to N, which gives us 37.5 years as the answer. So he has invested his original amount for 37.5 years. I hope you have understood these problems. For more tutorials, stay tuned with indiaedu.com. Next example is rupees 5,887 is divided between Shyam and Ram such that Shyam's share at the end of 9 years is equal to Ram's share at the end of 11 years compounded annually at the rate of 5%. Find the share of Shyam. Now in this question, we need to find out the share of Shyam. So let's suppose the share of Shyam is represented by S. That is the share of Shyam. Now it is given that what Shyam will get at the end of 9 years. So S9 will be equal to what Shyam will get at the end of 9 years, which will be P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. P over here, that is the principal. Initial share is S. 1 plus R by 100 is 5 by 100. N, which is 9 years, 9, which gives us S into 1 plus 0.05 to the power 9, or say S into 1.05 to the power 9. Similarly, Ram's share, say, is R. Now, at the end of 11 years, so R11, what will Ram get will be equal to R into 1 plus 5 upon 100 to the power N, which is 11. So we will get 1.05 to the power 11. We have calculated this because we need to understand what the question is saying. Here the question is saying that the Shyam's share at the end of 9 years is equal to Ram's share at the end of 11 years. Now this is our one equation and this is our second equation. And according to the question, both these equations are equal because this Shyam's share is equal to Ram's share. So now we will equate both these equations and we will get S into 1.05 to the power 9 is equal to R into 1.05 to the power 11. S by R is equal to 1.05 to the power 11, 1.05 to the power 9. This will give us 1.05 to the power 11 minus 9 because if the values are same over here and only the powers are different, so we will subtract them, which will give us 1.05 square. After solving this, we'll get 441 upon 400. So ratio of Shyam's share and Ram's share is 441 divided by 400. But we need to find out the share of Shyam. So using our concept of the ratio and proportion, we will find out the Shyam's share. So Shyam's share S will be equal to 441, this is the ratio of the Shyam, upon 441 plus 400, that is summation of the ratios, into the actual amount which was divided, which is 5887. We'll get 441 upon 881 into 5887. After solving this, we will get 3087 rupees. So share of Shyam is 3087 rupees. For practicing more questions and for more tutorials, stay tuned with indiaedu.com.